You've hit level 60. Now what do you do? All right, let's get started. All right, so today we're going to bring you a video talking about what you should be doing after you hit level 60. Now, this video is mainly going to be, well, tailored towards newer players and returning players, but even if you're not new or returning, this could help you out as well. So if you guys didn't know, I posted a video a while ago saying, hey, look, I started a new character and we got him to level 60, but honestly, I didn't do a whole lot with him. Now, over the last about 5 days, I have really done, well, a lot of work on this character, and I want to bring you guys a step-by-step process and how to get your character from level 60 all the way up to 625 and doing M10 mutations. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look and I will show you my gear and we will go from there. All right, so you can see here, I'm at a 586 gear score. And if you look at my expertise on the left, we're at 586 on my helm. Now today I haven't done anything, so I'm hoping to hit 600 probably on my helmet, my pants for sure, and hopefully my boots today. But we're at 620 on our chests, we're at 586 on our helm, 564 on our gloves, 595, 587, and then my jewelry is at 549, 562, 542. And then my two main weapons, which are rapier and bow, currently they are at 566 and 562. I will say that I knew the process was made a lot easier, but I didn't realize just how easy they have made it. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about ways you can get your expertise up. We're going to be talking about what I suggest you to do, and we will talk about a couple tips and tricks as you're going through the process. So let's get away from this guy playing music. AGS, please. I want to have the ability to turn the music off. I enjoy it for the most part, but at this point, the music's getting a little annoying. But so what I have found is my theory on what you should be using to get your gear score up, honestly, was a little bit different than I expected. So first and foremost, the best way is doing chest runs. I know this wasn't what I thought it was originally. I thought that doing dungeons was going to be, well, a lot better. And dungeons are good, but chest runs are honestly insane. If you can get into a group, you can pop a topaz potion, which I will show you here in a minute, and you can get your obsidian gypsum, you can get your topaz gypsum, and you can do the chest run. Now, I do what they call the train, and the train is essentially a chest run that goes from town to town to town, and they hit all of the end game areas. Now, if you don't have the waypoints, don't worry. I'm going to show you which waypoints you really need to get so that you can actually go ahead and make sure you are available to do them. So we're here on the map, and I'm going to show you the checkpoints and the way shrines you really need to get. So first off, you want to make sure you get down here to the Imperial Shrine. This one can be a tad tricky. You do have to go from Pilgrim's Rest. And what I suggest you to do actually is to go down and actually take the water route and take the water all the way over this way. If you do it this way, it's not too bad. If you try to take this, it can be pretty dangerous. And there's some elites and stuff like that going through here because you essentially have to go through the elite zone. But if you go down the edge and kind of take the water route, it's really easy. Next is the big one. You guys have probably, always known, and that is mines in Mirkgard. So we go here. They always start at mines, so make sure you get this. Now, I haven't gotten this way shrine for whatever reason. I've done faction missions and stuff here, but I have to have this. No, it's Uncharted. I've went past here probably 20 times on this character, actually more than that. But you want to make sure you have a mountain home. They'll go in here. Now, one thing to note is whenever they're going through Mirkgard, they're going to get to a portal. I think the portal is right here, or it's right. I think it's right here. And when they get that portal, what I suggest you to do while they're doing the portal, go all the way around, go up and get this shrine, because it is really a pain in the butt to get, because you're going to need it for Tempest. It's a Tempest dungeon right up here. So make sure you run up and get the Mirkgard shrine. Next, we have Eden Grove, and here it is Malevolence, and all you need to do is get the Alessian Shrine. I suggest when you're going into Malevolence, make sure you have some Blight tinctures, because the Blight is going to be pretty bad in there, and you want to make sure you don't, not dying because you got stupid Blight on you. And then we have over here, we have Mangled. They don't do this one that often. I don't do this one every day, but all you have to do is get the Cleves Point Outpost. And then last, but probably not least, we have down here in Reekwater, you want to run up here and get the Lazarus Shrine. You're going to need that for Laz anyway. And then they do pools and get sirens. Now, same thing with like the Merkgard one. You're going to go through all of here. You're going to end right here. All you need to do, I suggest, is to run down and grab this shrine, because if you want to do Sirens Arena, which is a great way to get some gypsum, then this is the shrine you're going to need to get, so you don't have to run through the entire zone, the entire elite zone by yourself, and can be pretty tricky on a fresh level 60. Now that we've established that chest runs are something that you're going to want to do, let's kind of explain why. So not only are you going to get expertise bumps, and it's going to be the best way to actually get expertise bumps, but it's going to give you things like reagents. I don't have any on me right now. We will go ahead and look in the bank, because I know I have some in Everfall, but you're going to need these for when you're trying to level up your refining skills. And we're going to talk a lot about that here shortly, but they are going to be something you're absolutely going to need to do for end game progression, and you want to do those as soon as possible. So we have some Obsidian Flux here, and we actually bought some of this. We put in a buy order for some of it, and we bought some of it. It's actually pretty cheap here on the server that I'm on, but this is going to be something you're going to need a ton of, because you're going to need to refining. We have a bunch of platinum there. We've actually sold a lot of our stuff here. There's the rest of our reagents that we haven't used yet. Eastburn, yes, you see here we have a bunch of gold, we have some ore, we have platinum, more gold. So you're going to want to get that Obsidian Flux for that reason specifically, because you're going to really need to level up your refining. I know, even if it's something you don't want to do, when I get to that section of the video, we're going to talk about why. But chest runs, chest runs, chest runs. If you can only do one thing a day, I suggest you to do that. Make sure you craft your Topaz Potion at the Arcana Station. The Arcana Station, you can find them in every major town. And you have, zoom in, like the Arcana Station's right here. You just need to craft down there. You'll see the recipe down there. It's pretty easy to craft. And Life Moth Eyes are probably the best thing to use for that craft. I just put in a buy order for 50 of them. It's only a couple hundred coins. And it'll get you 10 days worth, 10 to multiple days, because you can actually double proc them. So make sure you do that, because it is going to be a great way to kind of double and triple up on doing your chest runs by getting gypsum as well. All right, so let's talk about the gypsum. So first we have Obsidian. We talked a little bit about that. That is just by killing level 60 plus open world elite bosses. We have Sapphire. This one I wouldn't touch on too much. They're just something. You can get 2 of these a day if you're doing something like Gen Laz. You'll get these by doing expeditions. You have Garnet. These are used and obtained by doing 3v3 arenas. I don't worry about this one too much, but if you want to jump in there and have a little fun, that is good as well. And then we have the Emerald Gypsum. The Emerald Gypsum, I will touch on here after we're done kind of going over the gypsum system, but this one is done by getting aptitude rewards while you're doing like your refining. Then we have the Citrine, which is done by doing the arenas, like your Sirens Arena, stuff like that. We have Amethyst. This one I will just get naturally over time, about every other day. We will get these by doing Corruption Breaches. So when you're doing your chest runs, you're going to probably get a couple of these. So make sure you're attacking everything and trying to get your Amethyst Gypsum. There is a way to actually get, or at least have a lot better chance of getting these every time you do them, but don't worry about that too much. We have our Ruby. This is done by doing OPR. You don't have to do this one. This one does take some time, but I personally love PvP, so I like doing these. Then we have our Diamond. This is just going to be done by doing your normal in-game stuff. Normally, this is going to be done by doing some gathering. It'll give you some sacks that'll have the Diamond Gypsum in them, but right now we have an event going on, so you'll get them just by touching the shrines in town, and they will give you the Diamond Gypsum. And then we have the topaz, which is what I was talking about. You can get 2 of these a day. And this, if you pop your little potion, and you can go get a bunch of these. Now, if you don't pop your topaz or don't get your topaz while you're doing your 3v3s, I'm sorry, your chest runs, don't worry about that. All you need to do is go up here to Sisong Crypt. And in here in the church, there's a guy that gives obsidian. And then he can also give topaz. This person also gives topaz often, and then there's a person in the graveyard over here that gives topaz as well. You'll see typically there's quite a few people there farming it, so just run up there and get that done every day. But if you can get it done in the chest run, it'll save you a lot of time, and you don't have to run all the way up there. Next, let's talk about the emerald gypsum and what I like to do to obtain that, and what I did on this character to try to get there as fast as possible so I can make sure I can get it every day. I haven't got mine today, so I'm going to show you how I get it. All right, so how you obtain your emerald gypsum is if you go to your trade skill, you do it by obtaining an aptitude reward chest. So you can see here, you don't even start getting aptitude until you get something to level 200. Skinning and tracking, you're going to get to 200 if you follow my guide. Basically, skinning and tracking super quick to get there. Make sure everybody gets there because it's super easy. All right, I wanted to jump in real quick. I was editing and I forgot to mention one very important thing. When it comes to getting your gypsum, and I talked about getting the aptitude reward chests, you can actually get 3 per circle. So you see here on the cooking, we are 1. That means we've completed 1 time around. And each one of these little checkpoints, whenever you pass over them, will give you the reward. So when you see me level up my cooking and it passes this little mark right here, that is when I get it. So whenever you pass this one, and this one, it will give you a reward chest. This one gives you a green one. This one gives you a blue one, and this one gives you a purple one, which is the best. All right, enjoy the video. And then I don't have anything else down here, but I do have one crafting up, and that is cooking. Cooking is by far the easiest crafting to get up there. It takes so little amount of materials. A lot of people can a lot of times help you out with this. So what I do is I will come here, and it takes very little material. I go over here to hearty meals. We'll go with some string beans. We'll go with some nuts. I actually have a lot of other material, but they're not actually in this bank. We have poultry, we'll do fish, and we'll do some dill. Well, we probably only need 50. Let's go ahead and craft 50. Nope, we need about probably 30 more. Oh, we gotta get all this back. We'll just go ahead and craft a 60 because it's not going to tick me over. 55. Then we got our emerald gypsum. And boom. Now let's open up this. Come on, give me some tarragon. String beans. So we got 5 sumptuous rabbits. That's like 300 coins right there. So we made profit on actually doing that. And we got our emerald gypsum. So I found that is the best way if you're really strapped on coin and you can't level up your cooking, then I suggest doing skinning and tracking. Skinning is one of the harder ones to actually get your aptitude rewards. But honestly, if you do that, just make sure you go somewhere to, maybe up to Shattered Mountain or somewhere that you can kill the mobs and do the highest level. Make sure you're getting Ironhide because it'll go a lot quicker and you'll actually make some decent money on it as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We went through everything from how to get from basically 500 to 600 on your gear score, how to use the gypsum system properly, and how to start leveling up and what professions to really start leveling up right off the bat. We're going to have more videos on how to, properly gear, what gear you should buy on the trade post, and all that in the future. Let me know if you need to see a video about where you should be leveling your gathering professions in the comment section down below if that's something you want to see. I wanted to give you that little mining tip because mining, for me personally, seems to be about the hardest one to do. So I wanted to go ahead and shoot you guys out that information to smack those boulders, because it's not about how big it is, it's about how many times you can smack it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, like always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.